In this video, we're going to show you how you can add your teaching and non-teaching staff. That is very important step because other things will depend on it. So to add teaching and non-teaching staff, you just simply come here to human resource. You can go ahead and import them in batch. So if you want to import them in batch, you just simply come here and then click on this to get the template. So when you click here, the system will give you a template of an Excel file that you'll use to do what? To generate the human resource, to import the human resource. So go ahead and open the template file. So after opening the template file, enter the ID of a teacher or in non-teaching. Go ahead and enter the information in the respective column that I'm showing here. After doing so, go ahead and click on new and then click on select file and upload it. So by doing so, the system will consume that Excel file. After consuming it, it will go ahead and change that data that I've put that Excel file into the what? Into teachers or employees. So if that is how you import batch, that's how you do batch import of employees. Now, how do you add an employee? Okay, how do you add a teacher there? A single one, or you've got a teacher has come, or you want to add one by one. So you come here to employees, you'll find a list of all employees listed here. By now, I have only default employee of a testing account. If I want to add another teacher, I just simply click on new. So if I click on new, I'll be able to get an access where I can enter the teacher's information, first name, last name. So if this teacher is being supervised by another teacher, maybe who will be checking their scheme of work, you can go ahead and specify that teacher here. After doing so, set them there, enter their date of birth, and then enter their gender, enter their phone number, etc. So this is the information about the bio. Then the system will take you to the person information and to ask you, do you want to enter the person information about this teacher? If you want to enter it, you just say no here. If you want to enter it, you say yes. So when you say yes, the system will go ahead and show you the section of person information. So you can go ahead and enter the person information, that is the religion, nationality, the home address, the current address, the spouse, the father's information, mother's information, the dialect, emergency contact phone numbers. So that is the what? That is where you enter the person information about this person. Whether it is optional, you can either choose to enter all that information in there, or you can leave it. After that, there is a section of education information. So if you want to enter the education, if you don't enter the education information, say no. If you want to enter the education information of this teacher, you say yes. Then here we ask you all the education information of this teacher up to PhD, if this teacher has a PhD. The section that are not applicable, you can just simply skip them. Then the other section is the section of accounts. So if you want to enter the accounts information, say yes. If you don't want to enter, say no. So in the account information, that's where you shall collect the numbers like national ID, passport number, TIN number, NSSF number, bank account number, and the bank information, or the bank name and the bank account. So this is the section where you collect the accounts or the numbers of this teacher or this employee. Then we have the section of roles. This is another important section. So this is the section where you give the roles to the person. So if it's a teacher, you go ahead and select this one is a teacher. So a person can have multiple roles. Can be a teacher, can be a DOS. So according to the role that you give this person, it is what they'll see, the things that they'll be able to access to the system. Otherwise, if you don't give them roles or give them insufficient role, then these people will not be able to access different things in the system. So if this person is the director of studies, you just simply click there and then go ahead and give director of studies. If this person does not teach, you just remove the teaching by clicking on the X. So if this person is the director of studies at the same time is a teacher, please make sure that you also attach a role of a what? Of a teacher. So a person can have multiple roles. It can be a DOS, it can be BASA, at the same time a teacher. So that's how you attach those roles. So you can remove a role by just simply clicking on the X and then the role will go. So these are the roles that are so far integrated in the system. We have teacher, we have director of studies, we have BASA, we have storekeeper, we have head teacher. So you can mention all the roles are there, most of the roles. And these people can perform different tasks in the system. So make sure that the person, you give them their respective roles. Then you have the system account. So this system account is the section where I set the password of a teacher, or setting the password and setting their photo, setting their status. If a teacher said they forgot their password, you can come and edit and modify this information from here or you modify the information of this teacher, or modify the password from this section. So for example, for me, I've put there some fake data. All right, I can go ahead and say maybe this one is a male teacher, and then I go ahead and put their password. And then if this teacher is still at our school, I say active. This teacher left our school, say not active. So let me go ahead and submit. So when I submit, this is in process, and save this teacher into a what? Into an active teacher. As you can see here, the teacher will be there. If I want to change, I just simply come here and edit. I can be able to do what? To modify the teacher's information. I want to change the photos. If this teacher has left our school, we don't delete them. We just simply come and say is not active, and this teacher will go and be archived in this section in the administrator here of not active or all teachers. So that is how you do what? That is how you manage your teachers. You can add as many teachers as possible. You can either import them in a batch, or you can add one by one, and you can set their respective photos from there. And if the teacher forgets their password, you can set their password from there. So that is how you set teachers and non-teaching. That's why I set even non-teaching staff by giving the respective roles. So go ahead and do that. So in the next training video, we are going to show you how you can now start setting the academic section. How do you set class? How do you set stream? How do you set subjects? How do you set class teachers? How do you set which teacher teaches which subject? That you're going to do it in the next session or in the next video. So make sure that you don't miss in that video. Goodbye.